Hello everybody. Major Peter Parks was a wonderful name in the brass banding world, and it's fitting we're paying tribute to the man in May of this year. Saturday the 21st of May in Oldham at 2:30 in the afternoon. There'll be a great band of people. I'm joined by some of the people who are going to make up the band, and we're going to reminisce about the great man. Kevin Wadsworth, Sandy Smith, Garry Cutt and Colin Brook are with us. Chaps, thanks for joining us. This is going to be a lovely event, and we've all got memories of the Major in different ways. Let's start with Kevin. When did you first meet him, and what was your first impression?
I was in Blackdyke the day that he was introduced to the band by Peter Lambert, the then band manager of John Foster's. He announced, "Gentlemen, I'd like you to meet your new professional conductor," and the curtain drew back like a circus act, really. And out walked Peter Parks. We all thought, "Who the heck is this guy?" And in no time at all, we were absolutely mesmerised by his ability. He just had a magic about him that very, very quickly became apparent. And he was just a stunning guy to sit under and work with.
Major and a magician as well.
Absolutely.
Sandy?
The first time I came across him, well, I obviously knew of him at Blackdyke. He came up to Whitburn when I was a teenager, the back end of the 1970s, and we were excited to have him because at the time he was obviously already the successful conductor at Blackdyke, and he sort of transformed the band and Scottish banding really, because he sort of raised the bar there. I mean, he's just his presence, his musicality, everything. Almost straight away the band started winning area contests, the BBC Best of Brass TV thing that was on at the time, getting through to the finals of that a couple of times. He just brought so much music into things, and that was my first introduction to him. And then obviously I went to Blackdyke, he was there, and then at Fairies as well.
Garry, an inspiration to you for different reasons. You're going to be conducting a fair share of this concert.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really looking forward to that. It's like the who's who of banding.
Very much.
So it'll be terrific. And an honour indeed, But I remember as a 16-year-old kid playing with CWS Manchester Band, and first watching Peter with Blackdyke at the King's Hall.
Yeah.
And it's an experience, a vision. I remember it was absolutely wonderful. The place was heaving, but the atmosphere around the hall, and he had this unique way, I think, his way of conducting. And this particular piece, Diadem of Gold, started with just a handful of players playing double piano, but just this movement of the flick of, and then this sound.
He controlled thousands of people in the hall.
Oh yeah. He had. There aren't any that's got it. He had that charisma that when he walked and the arms went up, it was just unbelievable. The hush that went around, it was mesmerising. He had everybody before the band had played a note.
And the audience
Special
time. Colin?
Well, the first time I came across the Major was quite a shock to me, because I was auditioning at Yorkshire Imps, and I was supposed to be auditioned by Peter Kitson, who was a great friend of mine, and I thought, I'll go to this audition, pass it with ease, and I'm sat there in the band room, Peter's there, and all of a sudden the Major walked in, and I started to really shake.
You'll have to edit it a bit.
I just thought, well, I thought I was being auditioned by Peter Kitson, and we played for half an hour, and then he announced to the band, right, he said, Peter's going to tell the band for 10 minutes, I've got an audition to do. And my heart just sank. And we went out into a separate room, and we sat down and said, "Oh, young man, what piece have you got?" And I brought this American concertina thing, and I was shaking that much. I don't know how I got through it, but I did. But halfway through the second movement, there was a cadenza, and it started on a bottom A. Could I get it? could I help? And I tried and tried. Anyway, I eventually got through it, and he said, yeah, fine, that's fine, that young man. And at the end of it, he said, what position are you applying for? And I said, third cornet. And he said, third cornet players, it's their stock in trade, bottom A's. He said, you didn't quite manage that one, did you? And I said, no, I didn't major. And he said, let's go back in. So went back in and didn't hear anything for 3 weeks or more. And then I got a phone call off the major saying, I passed my audition, which was quite a shock actually. But yeah, great man.
Just to remind you, 0161 770 4083, the box office for the Queen Elizabeth Hall in Oldham, Saturday, May the 21st, and it's a 2:30 start in the afternoon. We hope to see you there. Thanks for watching.